Hello, we are looking at a mommy mobile today. It is the Infiniti QX80 something. I don't know the exact package on this one because I don't have a window sticker.
Aw, bummer.
Yeah, I know, they forgot to drop it. It's okay. It happens. But this is basically a bougie Nissan. That's what Infiniti is. So we'll start with under the hood. 5.6 liter V8 goes through a 7-speed automatic transmission, good for like 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is like mid-teens, I think is what I've been averaging.
That's what you get with a V8.
Yeah, but at least it has a V8.
That's what yeah.
And moving from that to the styling. What do you think about the front end of this?
I think we're losing daylight.
Yeah, we are.
The emblem's a little big for me. I don't know. I just feel and it sticks out a bit, which just it's fine. I just don't particularly care for that, but otherwise neutral.
Neutral?
I think. It's almost square, but it does this right where it would square off, which kind of bugs me, but I like precision.
Now when it comes to these side styling, what do you think about what's happening over here?
Do the same thing again, where like you're like almost a square, but I'm gonna go like this.
Oh yeah,
So you really have a trapezoidal thing going on over here.
Yeah, and the back bumper's really funny actually. I do like the wheels a little bit.
The wheels are cool.
Yeah, the wheels are cool. And it has running boards, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well what I just said to you off camera is that it has a butt.
It does have a butt. It like
It just pops out.
got a little booty.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's really slow, but it's also really big. It takes like 10 years for this thing to open. But anyways, this is similar to like the Suburban that we reviewed last week, but a little bit shorter. So like the Suburban with the seats folded down, you'd have like all the way up there. But so like this has about the same amount of space with the seats folded down as what the Suburban has with the seats folded up.
Yes. Yeah.
It looks like.
Good. It's gracious. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think they have. Oh yeah, you can. Look at say. Look at this. Wait, am I pressing this right? That's really slow.
You're pressing the left one. Am I pressing this?
That was a bad joke. Look how slow that is, guys. It's still going. Oh my goodness. I'd rather have it manual if it's that slow.
I know. It still has a decent enough amount of trunk space, I guess. Like, you could fit a Costco paper towel in here if you really tried. Like, opened it a little bit. It's better than the not Suburban that we saw last week, which was
the Lexus LX 600,
which had like that much trunk space
and was also a lot more expensive than this.
Yes.
Now this is where things get real exciting. So Nissan and Infiniti have definitely brought up their interiors when it comes to like material use. I think it looks nice and all that. Cool. Oh, it says TVs in the back. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, this seat's a little far back. Like this is uncomfortable just with if we stop really fast and I go ka-thunk. Crack.
Yeah. But at least you can ka-thunk into a quilted thing if you're a short person or a little kid.
No, I think if you're, sitting here without a booster, you'd still ka-thunk into this.
No, yeah, I guess that's true.
So.
Are the seats at least comfortable?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good. Woohoo! V8 power! You got like the nice wood on the steering wheel. You got the stitching. Also, I have the climate controls slightly too aggressive. This is interesting. So like, there's not like they have leather trim and everything, but it's not super like padded. So like, you can if you like push in, you can feel like the hardness below. Whereas a lot of cars, they'll kind of make it so it's like super squishy, which is kind of interesting.
There's the headphones, and it's got a little thing, which is nice. This is where I always store napkins and coins.
Oh, but this is just plastic, right?
This is just plastic.
Well, at least where you rest your arm is nice. I think this is kind of weird. Like the dash here is kind of like it's soft touch, but it's I don't know. It's kind of
it's not cushy.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird bubble, but I guess that they were trying to mimic this bubble over here.
Oh yeah, that makes sense with the gauge cluster.
Yeah, it just doesn't visually compare when you go between them because that's so blank.
Reverse.
Oh, we're going off with this thing?
Well, I want to show you a backup camera because it's got like that 360 camera bird's eye view type stuff.
They souped up their insides, but not their cameras.
Yeah, I will say this infotainment system, it's okay, but like these controls are so laggy sometimes when you turn the radio station. Like, oh, of course it does it like relatively quick when I try to do it. But like if you're actually, so we can have the sound on, but if you're actually listening, it takes a second for it to actually change to the next station, so for you to hear Not in most modern cars. Most modern cars are like. Okay, let's drive. Okay, as we are setting off, I'm gonna show some people some other features. We have a camera mirror for the rear view mirror. That's kind of hard to see. We have a sunroof as well, and you have this to control the infotainment system, I guess. But like, I haven't used it because, well, I don't know. I'm used to using touchscreens, but I guess the dial might make things a little bit.
As long as it's not.
That's more responsive, actually. It
is more responsive.
I'm gonna use the dial, maybe. No, because then it goes to this menu. So then, I hate it still. I still hate it.
Is it better than the Mazda one? Mazda dial. Because that drives me insane. Like, I like Mazdas, but that stupid dial.
It's about the same.
Okay.
This also has like drive modes. So you've got like a tow mode, snow mode. You've got 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, wireless phone charging pad where you can't see your phone, and well.
Ooh, that's a nice turn. A little slow.
Yeah, it's not the engine, it's the transmission. It's a 7-speed, and with how they have the axle ratio set up in this, and with how they have the gearing set up too, it just sucks. Like
it's a little slow. I thought it was gonna like vroom a little bit better, but
if you're like at a stop light and you're at a standstill and you floor it, it moves pretty good, but like. Still gearing too long. They need to shorten the ratios, and then you can turn at this.
I like how it drives, and I like that the wheel is thin, so I can actually get my fingers around it instead of being like this on Ben's beefy off-road.
Off-road.
Off-road. I was gonna say outdoor. That's
off-door. That's a Jeep.
Vehicles.
That's a Jeep. Off-door is a Jeep.
It is a Jeep.
I don't think they're going to be able to see all this entire video, so you guys get a look at my ugly face. I think this thing rides really well. Like, it's got nice squishy suspension, which a lot of modern luxury SUVs don't have anymore because they try to make them too sporty where they handle really well. So this drives like an old school, like squishy, oversized SUV.
Nice.
One thing I will say though is the seats, you slide all over them. Have you noticed that? Like,
yeah.
No bolstering. I feel like these seats are made for either Hulk Hogan. No, actually, sorry.
I feel like I'm too heavy to slide around right now, but like getting the seat adjusted to where I feel comfortable to drive took a moment.
Okay, but I've been driving this for a week, and when I go around corners in this thing, and I'm not a small person, like I slide all over the seat. I slide all over the seat. I feel like these seats are either made for my 600-pound life, or I gotta think of someone who's really buff. Ronnie Coleman. They're either made for Ronnie Coleman or my 600-pound life. Like,
I don't know
just
who Ronnie Coleman is.
He's a famous bodybuilder that was like 300 pounds of pure muscle.
That's terrifying.
He's like, yeah, but his voice is really high. He's the guy that would be like, yeah, buddy, lightweight, baby.
Yes, I love that.
He was also a cop, so you can imagine like
him pulling someone over.
This behemoth of a human walking up. You were going 5 over in a 30 zone. Why were you driving 35 miles an hour?
This might be my favorite video. I might actually have to watch this one.
Oh boy.
Because that impression was awesome. Not that I know what the original sounds like, but
it is pretty accurate to him. Like it's the craziest thing to ever watch. But anyways, QX80.
Overall, I like driving. I like how
I think this one's like $80,000. I just googled it.
Okay. I like the way that it drives. It doesn't pick up and go though, which is the only drawback that I have.
So Infiniti, throw the 9-speed in this, fix it.
Okay, bye.